Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 43 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
What up?
We are recording on Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. On today's episode, we're going to go over the Reign crashing out versus Chicago, some other NWCell results, get last week's trivia answer, and preview the Reign's next match. But first, some housekeeping.
Cooler Guild is part of the Sound at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sound at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at soundatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
How was your weekend?
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty laid back.
Cool. Did you do anything? Or just nothing?
Well, I'm always doing stuff.
Well, sometimes you're like, not much. Just horse stuff.
No, I went on a hike. That was nice. I went by myself because I found my Garmin in reach.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, sick.
Don't need anybody now.
Yeah. I've been on this thing where like I don't want to use my phone, so like I just took my Garmin and left my phone.
That's nice. Do you have the one where you can like program like text to send back and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you can do that on most of them, but it's like the InReach Mini.
Got it. I think
It's like the normal one that backpackers use.
I can't remember if that's the one we have or not. I never am in charge of it, and I don't.
It's
go
like
alone.
a little tiny thing
Yeah,
with a little antenna.
I think ours is.
Yeah, that's about how big it is. Yeah, that was nice. How about you?
I went mountain biking yesterday, as I told you, and I fell twice. I mean, it wasn't like I was going fast when I fell, so it's kind of just like a little topple over kind of situation. But I don't have like biking shorts. Like I have like padded shorts underneath, but I don't have anything that goes on top of them really. So it's like kind of sketchy for falling. So I did order some performance jorts. So those will be coming soon.
Performance jorts?
Yeah.
So they not actually denim?
They're denim. They have a little bit of, like other materials, so they're a little stretchy, and they make them so that they're like comfortable for riding. They're like, it's from a mountain bike company. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bleep that out or cut it out so they don't do free advertising. But I've bought
Is it like the same kind of denim that your jeans are made out of?
The jeans that I wore last time? Yeah, those black ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same material, and I really like them. I got like the men's cut this time so that they sit a little bit lower on my knee.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be scraping up my thighs, because that's kind of where I scrape myself up. I've also got like some gnarly fucking bruise. But I needed to get over the fear of falling a little bit. I did almost fucking fall from like a huge jump that I was not centered for, because my technique is not good. This is like amateur hour over here. I've gone biking twice in the past like couple years, mountain biking. It's a little sketchy what's happening on the hills with me, but yeah. And I will say, I wanted to bring this up, that this is kind of segueing into the game, but some people were calling Heidema's goal a bicycle. And it was not a bicycle, but if you watched me fall, then yeah, I guess it was a bicycle kick, because it did look reminiscent of how I fell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the game now.
So,
not good.
Not great. I was a little skeptical when the lineup came out.
Yeah.
And it apparently was pretty much what they were doing at the open or the media available practice last week. But I just don't, we'll talk about that later, but yeah, Bug was out after, her really poor game last weekend, which I thought was interesting, because I feel like Harvey is the kind of coach that would be like, just get back to it.
She did that for Menti.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done it for Bug personally.
Yeah, so it could have been something else. I don't know. Again, we don't know the ins and outs, but and then not seeing Meza in there, which I thought was odd. Yeah, so we got James Turner coming back in to start, and then Menti in the midfield. It was just it just seemed odd to me.
I mean, here's the thing though. We went up 3-0 at that lineup.
Right.
So it worked, but like everything was fucking gravy. Like up until
it worked, but there were cracks. They just didn't get exploited. No, there were cracks in the first half too. They just didn't get properly exploited.
Yeah, Holmes got cooked really bad.
Holmes got cooked all game.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were up 2-0 at half after third-minute goal from Jess Fishlock, assisted by Jordyn Huitema.
Mm-hmm.
Really good sequence there. Heidema got through. Ball was a little long. She took a touch. Kind of thought it was not great, and then she was able to cut it back and get it to Fishlock. Boom, boom, right in. So finally, some Heidema goal involvement. Little did we know.
The chemistry was flowing with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Heidema scores again in the 34th minute. Just like a wild bobbling ball in the box, and she just throws her foot up.
Super scrappy. And
gets on it, which is something I feel like we haven't really seen from her.
We haven't seen it from a lot of our players. I feel like we don't have a lot of scrappy goals like that, and I feel like that's kind of...
I was honestly surprised that she did that. And I'm like, creative. Okay, this is a player that wants to score a goal.
Yeah.
That's going to do anything to score a goal.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. And honestly, she had a great game.
She had a fantastic game.
So suck it, haters. Second half, they were still announcing
I missed
the
it.
halftime sub.
Yeah, I was doing something. I don't remember what I was getting at halftime, but like I left the room for like I was coming back in, and I was like, "What the?"
I think I was still writing in my notes like first half or second half starts, no subs, and then like they were announcing it in the stadium, and then it's just like, ah, and I look up and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, they kick off the game. Rain has the ball. They kick it back. And Dickey just launches a perfect fucking ball, and Adames. That was composure right there.
Yeah, but it was terrible defending too from Chicago because
absolutely they weren't ready.
Two of them hit each other and it went off one of their shoulders, and then Adames was right there and she just smacked it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little comedy, or like comic sequence or like cartoon sequence for that defending there. But I was a little disappointed that they didn't give the assist to Dickey. In my heart, Dickey got the assist on that.
Yeah, I think the consensus in the Discord chat, the Sound Heart Discord chat, was that it was an honorary Dickey assist.
Yeah, absolutely. I think because I think they're slowly starting to get more stats for soccer and stuff like that, and I could see that like they talk about secondary assists.
Yeah,
and if they're not going to credit her with an assist, that would certainly be a secondary assist.
Absolutely. So 46th minute, yeah, everything's great at that point.
3-0. We're cruising, man.
Cruising up 3-0.
We're getting 3 points. We're jumping Portland. I am feeling great.
Everything's looking good. Until the 66th minute when we make 3 changes. And this to me was baffling. You take out your 2 outside backs, Madison Curry and Maddie Darlene, your 2 wing backs, and you take out Jordyn Huitema. You put in Biandolo, Bug, and Mia Fischel. So you put in 2 attacking players. Granted, Maddie Darlene outside, she's an attacking player, but that's not like for like.
No, and these weren't players having bad games either. So like, I didn't understand it.
And then so those 3 changes happened in the 66th minute, and we got Ludmila 7 minutes later, and then 7 minutes after that.
5 minutes after that. I think it was like 5 minutes, right?
Or no, 73rd and the 80th minute.
I had 73rd and 78th minute.
80th minute.
Hmm.
No, I guess I did have 78th minute. It says 80th minute on the line, but my game notes go 73rd minute, Ludmila, 78th minute, Bigelski. Where is our left back?
Yeah.
It wasn't even the left back. It was the left center back, which was Holmes, just lost in space.
The momentum, like, it didn't feel like they were gonna, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't feeling good. I feel like because Chicago has literally nothing to lose, right? They're in the fucking bottom. They're going for it. They have nothing to fucking lose. Our defense looks like total dog shit at this point. So end of the game comes, right? We've got 90 plus 7 minutes of stoppage time, and we can't get the fucking ball out of our defensive half or defensive third even. And
this was an issue earlier in the season when we kept getting scored on late. It's like, just freaking whack it.
Yeah. They've conceded a corner, right? That's the last play of the game.
Okay, the game should have been called before this.
There was argument. Was someone down a little bit though?
No. Not for 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Whistle probably should have been blown.
Either way, it wasn't.
Play to the whistle.
Yeah. Corner. Again, horrific defending. Dickey actually makes a really good save.
She made a fantastic save on that. And then
And then
Huerta was kind of in the right place, but then she was caught ball watching Dickie's save, and then just lost track of everything.
Well, I mean, there was you see the still shot of the save, and the Rain players are kind of standing there watching, and then you see the next shot of the like ball going in, and there's like 4 Chicago players in front of our defense.
Where is everybody?
Where are you?
No one was around. Like, if Alyssa Nair's able to get free and get a toe on it, you haven't done the job.
Right.
What the fuck?
So we were all just like...
brutal. Absolutely brutal way to
the press
fucking
box
drop 2
went
points.
mild.
Yeah. That's our match recap. All right, some general notes before we really dive into the negatives. Mostly negatives. We have some positives. As you pointed out, no Bug, no Mez in the starting lineup. I would have really liked to see Bug given another chance. I don't think this is good for... I don't know. I mean, this is one game, but like, I don't want her to lose her confidence.
No, and I feel like... I mean, I don't know if it would have changed anything, having her in, but, after having the performance that she had last weekend and then coming into a match and having your team get scored on 3 times, that's not great.
No, and I feel like they should have confidence.
But Madison Curry also had a great game.
She did.
Her crunching tackles are some of my favorite things. I feel like every game there's a moment where a player thinks that they're almost on a break, and then Madison Curry just comes in and just smacks it.
She was hyped up when we got her. Like, I feel she's living up to like everything that people were saying about her.
Yeah, the reason that they were pissed that she left after her rookie season. So she's only a second-year player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I thought she had some really good offensive contributions as well. I mean, like her and Jess Fishlock have a great connection.
Yeah.
Fishlock loves to switch the ball to her up high on that right side. And it's a great way for them to get through. Because, like, we had another issue, like, in the first part of this match, getting stuck back. It was only maybe not even 5 minutes. It was right before the goal, actually. It was, like, 2 minutes of, like, not really getting through. And then Fishlock got the ball and switched it out to Curry. And that's how the sequence of the first goal kind of got started. So, big fan of hers. Anyway, moving on. It was the Queens match, which honored the 1985 U.S. Women's National Team. And they had... several little things throughout the game for them. They honored them at halftime and introduced all the players, gave them flowers. Apparently they were at Star Lake Elementary School, I believe, and unveiled the Reign's first mini pitch as part of like the Rave Foundation collab that they're doing now. And so they did that with the 85ers.
That's neat.
So that was cool. It was neat to see them be honored. And when they were walking past, they went around kind of in front of the Royal Guard and people were like cheering them and they were waving. It was really cute.
I'd be curious on what they think of all this stuff that's been going on. Kind of paving the way for what we see in the landscape of women's soccer now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Notable stats. This is the 6th consecutive multi-goal match, which is the longest streak in Reign team history.
That's neat.
Didn't see that coming at the beginning of the season, did we?
No. With all of our scoring problems? No, definitely not.
I know, we've swapped issues.
Not great. I hate it.
Emery Adames has 5 goals in her last 6 matches and leads the team with 6 goals.
Nice.
Rookie of the year? She's not a rookie. She can't do that.
No.
Fuck. But where was she last year?
I mean, she was around. I don't know. She's still kind of working her way into getting her starting spot regularly, but we have so many fucking forwards that it's not easy to get everyone time.
Yeah.
So she's taking advantage of that. So that's all you want to see, because I know early on everyone was just like, "What about Adames? Where is she?" I guess there was some validity to the frustrations about that.
Yeah.
All right. So positives. We do have positives, and when you score 3 goals, that's great. And we had multiple goals with 3 different goal scorers, which is also great. Team effort. Also, Jess Fishlock is turning it up to like another level that I really, really didn't see coming. Yeah,
it's kind of baffling.
It is. 3 goals in 3 matches. We've needed that. She's coming up pretty... I don't know. Some of the goals she's scoring are just... It makes me like nostalgic, you know? Because I don't know. I feel like I've just kind of not fully I've ever since seeing Rapinoe retire, I guess I've just been kind of like dreading the day that just Fishlock retires and stuff. And it wasn't, I feel like we saw Rapinoe kind of off and on playing for us, right? Especially in those last few years that yeah, she showed up, I would say, every time she got an opportunity. So again, shame on me, another week in a row. But it is a little concerning to me that our best player on the field is 38 years old.
That doesn't concern me.
No,
I want my players who are at the end of their career to have the best games of their life.
Okay, I just would like someone else
get
to
it
get
now
to her
while
level.
we have it.
Sure, I just want someone else to get to her level.
Nobody else is 38.
True. She reads. Yeah, you're talking about like years and being able to read the game in a way that just nobody else. You can't replicate that,
right?
With our younger players. And
the way that she's been able to adapt her game. I was actually talking with Jeff about this.
Nice.
And
BFF Jeff.
And the way that she's been able to adapt her game to her age.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, most of that is, sure, she has still a lot of physical ability, obviously.
Yeah, hard work,
but it's just brains.
Yeah.
And it's just an innate knowledge of the game and where to be the most effective and how to be in the right place at the right time. And you see that in younger players, but those younger players are the ones that become the Just Fishlocks.
Mm-hmm.
So she's one of a kind.
Yeah, we're incredibly lucky to have her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that first season, it was like obvious she was something special that first season. Just like her energy and everything about the way she plays, even when we were really bad.
Yeah,
she still brought the energy. She still gave everything she had, and you could still tell that we had someone extremely special. So thank you to her for kind of being so committed to this club and seeing how special things are here too, and in part because of her too.
Absolutely. OG.
Other positive. What do you got?
I mean, we gotta say it. As somebody who's there's been some controversial takes about her. There was even a Reddit thread the other day asking if she was necessary. Get the fuck out of here. Jordyn Huitema's here. She's playing well. She's showing up. We've got the stats. You wanted stats. I can put them back with stats now. But she comes through, scores a goal. First off, which she's been needing to do, and she gets an assist. Mm-hmm. And both like hardworking, kind of scrappy plays. Mm-hmm. In the post-game press conference, she was talking about like what she went through with the goal, because she did like an overhead kick, somewhat. Some would call it a bicycle.
No, and they're wrong.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to give it to her.
I don't.
But that's fine.
You see the pictures of it?
I did. It's an overhead.
It's an overhead. I'm good with overhead.
Okay. Anyway.
It's definitely an overhead.
She said, I said, don't kick anybody in the face. She said, I am tall, so I thought I could get my foot over people's heads.
Like her foot would be matched up to where everyone's heads were, which is very true. Like if I may not even go over me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the technique and audacity to do something like that, good for her. There's been a lot of Heidema haters. We haven't been those. I would say played devil's advocate when we talked about the acquisition of Me Official, just in terms of what that means for Heidema.
Yeah.
But I see her spot on this team. I do too.
And I think when you talk to her, when you see her and you hear her speak, she has that level of passion.
Yeah, she seems motivated as hell.
Yeah, and motivated for this team.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
And you can see the results on the pitch. Mm-hmm. She's contributing in matches. Her defense is invaluable. I like to see it. We
gave up 3 goals after she left the field.
We did.
And did you want to bring up what you pulled up?
So I did some digging. Well, I just didn't do any digging. I really just kind of pulled up our results while she's been on the pitch this season. Mm-hmm. And nothing much really until our June 14th match. Nothing really stood out to me. It wasn't much different with her on or off the field.
She did take some time off. To be fair, she took some time off, and she had, I would say, a lot of trauma from that fucking incident. So I would say, take the early stuff and maybe not find anything like super standout with a little bit of a like asterisk maybe.
Right. So on the June 14th match, which was hooray at the other Chicago game, we were down 2-0 when Heidema subbed on in the 66th minute. And the Reign scored in the 87th and the 90th minute. Angel City game, 2 games after that, we won 2-0. She subbed on in the 64th minute. The game was 0-0. The Reign scored goals in the 66th and the 86th minute. So 2 minutes after she comes on, we start scoring. And in the last match, she subbed off in the 66th minute and we were up 3-0. Chicago got a goal in the 73rd minute for their first one in the 73rd minute. I'm just saying, we play better and get better results generally when she's on the field.
Yeah. If she can start adding to her contributions on the score sheet in whatever capacity that is.
I don't know if correlation is causation here. It's just something I wanted to look up. After noticing the defensive breakdowns kind of in the attacking third of the pitch, I wanted to know.
Yeah, her aerial abilities, I would say people recognize it, but the Reign defense, when they are defending set pieces and all of those kinds of things, very, very reliant on Heidema in those moments. Not a coincidence that, and I guess maybe we can just roll into the negatives, but, like we've been giving up a lot of goals on restarts with balls flying in. On set pieces, corners, and it's happened when she hasn't been on the field. Whoever suggested she should be a center back is an idiot. I think after this game, we can probably, just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's an insane take to me. But yeah, I really do value her and what she brings to this team. And I wish more people who are critical about her would, I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's not the flashy on the stats player, but she's hardworking. She loves this team, and she'll continue to give it her all, I think, anytime she's on the pitch.
And I think part of the overall disgruntled bits about her, I feel like are rooted in a lot of misogyny. Yeah. She's got that public relationship with Julio. She's an attractive woman.
Traditionally
attractive woman.
Yeah.
She's flashy. She's in New Balance ads.
Very commercialized.
Yeah. Big in Canada. So I think that there's a lot of like, well, she's doing all this. Like, why isn't she playing better? Instead of like understanding that she's a young player, a valuable player on our team, a star for Canada.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a bit of unwanted hate is from that. Yeah. From hating women that are successful.
Yeah. And not, I don't know. I mean, I'm a noted Heidema apologist. But with this game that, I'm hoping maybe this opens up her contributions and kind of opens the floodgates maybe for more. But I knowing how our defense has been playing when she leaves the field. Yeah, I think people need to give her more credit.
Yeah, because it's got half the time it's got to go through her to get to the defense anyway. And the pressure and the movement that she makes up top to force players to go certain ways. You'll see it. You'll see her running around, making players go outside instead of pulling it through the inside. It's just invaluable.
Yeah. What negative? What's the top negative you wanted to shout out? Pick one.
The subbing.
Yeah. Harvey usually waits. We always complain about her not doing early subs. So I don't know. Maybe she shouldn't. She should just should have kept doing what she was doing early on.
It was funny because Fishlock looked gassed kind of by the time the first subs came on. Yeah. And we were like, oh shit, Fishlock looks gassed. Fishlock doesn't get subbed. So G and Meza were going to come in after the first round of subbing. And then after we got scored on twice, Harvey threw G back into the warm-up area and brought Emily Mason on.
Which I didn't hate that move. I didn't hate it.
No.
Emily Mason's, I think, solid.
And yeah, it just the people, the personnel that were removed from the pitch, Maddie Darlene, Madison Curry, and Jordyn Huitema, were having good games. I thought Darlene played well too. But you bring on two unproven players. I can say that. Unproven within the Reign environment.
Sure.
Which is Lynn Biondolo and me official.
Yep.
And you also bring on Jordan Bug, who's coming off a poor match and not getting the start in the next game. So you completely swap out your wingbacks, who have been the heart of your defense this game, and everything just looks completely disjointed.
Which, to be fair, Harvey did take credit for, or at least assumed the blame for that. She didn't try to avoid that at all.
She said a bunch of words, but it sounded to me like, I fucked up, I own it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a noticeable difference.
Sure. The thing I wanted to bring up was, just because it's the defense, was this shit show. I don't think I'm sold on Heidema at center back.
Heidema?
Or Heidema. Huerta, the other HU word. I'm not sold on Huerta at center back, mostly because I just think we're not taking advantage of her abilities in the attack. And I also just feel like our defense hasn't looked that great back there. So I think there's maybe a little bit of a correlation. I know that we're not super deep in the center back department these days.
Just put Emily Mason on the pitch.
Or even Shea Holmes could maybe play the other side. I think they'd have to change the formation in the back. I don't think they could do a 5-back with that.
Shea Holmes should not be in the central area, anywhere near it.
She probably shouldn't be starting at this moment.
No.
I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
I think she plays well when she's playing on the outside, when she's playing in the wing-back position. But we're so overloaded there now, especially when we're playing in the 5-back.
I'm so frustrated that we didn't get a center back in this summer window. I pointed this out. I'm just like mad now. I didn't want this to happen, and I knew it could happen, and now it's happening.
Well, and then you got two players in the back, one in front of the other, which is Sally Menti and Shea Holmes, who just look lost. I just think there's not a lot of chemistry there. They're players that look frantic and lose possession a lot.
Yeah. Did Sally Menti close the game out, right? Or did she sub out?
She closed it up. Okay.
So to me, it's like, why take her out, maybe? Give her a break? Because, I mean, she, like, things, you know, like, you're up 3-0 and then you give up 2 goals. Like, maybe take off the player that wasn't looking that good in that part of the field. I don't know. It just seems so obvious to me. I guess we're just going to keep going back to the substitutions, because that would include maybe giving Sally Menti a break to kind of digest what happened, because this happened last week.
The last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The second half was just a shit show.
Uh-huh.
And I think, you know, you bring those heavy attacking players on that are supposed to be your ringers, right?
Yes.
And granted, me officials new.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a while to adjust to the league, as we saw with G. So I'll give her some grace, but when you have these players coming on and not scoring goals and not securing the game, right? And we talked about this the last couple of weeks, is I want the players to start the game that are going to win the game. And this roster was that. But then you bring players on that are supposed to help you and they hurt you.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the players that you would in theory want to start.
Right. But if, you know, you're bringing them in late to secure the win for your team, they're not doing their job.
No, and I know, like, and we know that, I mean, me official is its own thing, right? Because of her return from injury. But, like, we know that Lynn has this in her ability to, like, be a difference maker, be a super sub. We know she has that. It hasn't hit, though, with us.
No, because we can't get the ball to her.
Yeah, which is, its own thing.
Because the central midfielders, I mean, besides Menti giving the ball away, I didn't even really notice James Turner in there.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Like, where is our central midfield?
Stat on that, actually. Passing accuracy in the second half, 55% for us.
Terrible.
And then Chicago dominated nearly every major stat in the second half. They had 12 shots, 7 on target, 263 passes with 81% passing accuracy.
And this is after they were dropping like flies.
I know, they were really getting beat up.
Oh my God, that ankle injury.
Ugh.
Just a moment of silence and thoughts for Jenna Bike.
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on, I think, forever about the negatives, because this happened 2 weeks in a row, especially.
Well, and the funny thing is like we got a point out of the game. But
did.
It feels like a loss because
You're up 3-0.
You lost 3-1 in the second half.
It's embarrassing.
It's really defeating.
To Chicago. It's a Chicago win. I asked for not to happen.
I forgot about the Chicago win.
Yeah, I said I don't want Chicago. Chicago cannot get a Chicago win. This is their every game that they get a tie is a championship celebration.
Yeah, I got some stuff to say about that. Granted, last second winner, you're always gonna be excited about that.
And the listener scores it.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I love that for her. I hate that for us.
Yeah, but I can appreciate Alyssa Nair playing for a really unfortunate team at the moment in her last years as a professional. I can appreciate that she's going to get a goal like that.
Yeah.
I can root for that. Again, I wouldn't want it against us, but you know.
Yeah, they ran out onto the field after the game like they'd won it. It's a Chicago win.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the presser, right before the player presser, Harvey came in first and then players were second, which was weird. Right before, like while we were waiting for the players, the Chicago locker room, they must have brought some like subwoofer giant speaker.
Yeah.
It was blasting in there.
Hey.
And right before the players walked in, you could hear it. I mean, it was loud as day. Hear Fergie's London Bridges.
It's a shade.
In the presser at one point, Heidema looks over to Ryan and is like, I can't hear. I didn't know what she said, but she was like, "Is that their locker room?" It's like, it was so loud.
Hey, I can't hate on it given what the Sounders do when they win away.
Yeah.
So
I'm just like, can we move the press room away from the away locker room? That would be great.
Yeah, it's fine if like the home team hears it, but like if it's impeding with the press room a little bit, you might want. I
thought the timing was really funny too, because generally that's when Laura Harvey would be in there. Laura Harvey would have gotten up and like walked into their locker room and yelled at them.
Yeah, she
was already like size, so like it was perfect timing from them in that sense. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got Ludmila. It was all downhill after we got Ludmila. God, I keep fucking that up.
I might have said it wrong.
I think we've been saying it wrong the entire episode. Ludmila.
I don't think she's Italian. I don't know why you're saying it like you're Mario.
The inflection was bad. I'm sorry. Ludmila.
It's the Portuguese accent. You can do that. Ludmila. Okay, I did it too. Fuck. Although Portuguese kind of does have that kind of flowiness to it sometimes.
Okay.
Well, it does. I would know.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes No Sarietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
I guess that kind of rolls into the presser, unless you had another negative.
It sucked ass.
Okay.
This felt like a fucking loss.
Yeah, so Harvey talked about Jess Fishlock after she because they always start the press conference with Laura, your overall thoughts on the match. But we talked about, she took the responsibility for the subbing choices and things like that, and said it was on her and blah blah blah. But talked about how Jess has been the Reign's best player. Yeah, absolutely. 6 goals in 2 games off restarts. You can't win if you're doing that. Okay, well, that was a problem last week. What did practice look like?
I mean, Heidema pointed out, like, it wasn't set pieces as much, but like you gave up 4 fucking goals last time, so like that's not really saying much.
Yeah.
If you give up 1 at the very I don't know, whatever, not great. Harvey was pissed.
Yeah, lost momentum with the subs. And then we had James Turner and Heidema in the second one. Number 1, they looked pissed.
Yeah.
The mood was gnarly. And they had already showered and were like in street clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordyn Huitema is just like sitting there with her wet hair and her motorcycle jacket, just like fucking pissed. And I was like, damn. Yeah, I didn't understand why Heidema said the team was better in set piece moments than last week. After you tied a game on set piece moment.
She wasn't on the field for that, to be fair.
No, it was not her fault.
When she just said that, she actually meant just herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's never the problem on set pieces.
No.
Scoring them, yeah. But
the defending, we all know it's not her problem.
They talked about the end goal is playoffs. Well, you gotta fucking win games, and you gotta beat teams like Chicago.
You can't let Chicago do this. Again, they have nothing to lose though, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of keep doing wild shit like this.
And to be fair, they've like eked Chicago wins.
They're not a terrible team.
No,
they're not Utah.
No, they're not. They are not Utah.
It's gonna be my slogan for the season. They're not Utah. Could be worse.
Should we make Matt make buttons that say at least we're not Utah?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Do you want to roll into Cooler Player of the Match before I give the answer to last week's?
Yeah, let's do that. The Cooler Player of the Match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the Reign and is proud to be our first sponsor.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Cooler Player of the Match for this weekend's game is Jordyn Huitema.
And it was Monday night.
Last night. Jordyn
Huitema.
Has she gotten it before?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. Because, we're the Heidema hype train. So I just feel like the chances are pretty high that we have. I'll look at it later.
All right. Yeah. I mean, well deserved. We don't win the game without her on the field, or we don't even score 3 goals with her on the field. We would have
won the game if she was on the field the whole time.
Yes. That is what I have extracted from the data.
The data doesn't lie. All right.
This would not pass in any sense in any academic setting. But
hey, we're here and we're here delivering the Heidema propaganda with very solid statistics. It's just the facts of life. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a Reign match. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we're gonna move on to Van's trivia. Maybe you should come up with the name for this at some point. Not right now, because we were already kind of going a little long, but Van's trivia. Let's go.
And our trivia question from last week. That's what I wanted to put in here.
Oh, whoops, I could have done.
Let me go find it. So the question last week was, Seattle and Chicago were involved in the first trade in NWCell history. What player was the trade for? The extra credit part of the question was, who did Chicago select in the 2014 college draft with the pick that they received? So the answer to last week's question is Keelan Winters. Winters joined the Reign for the Chicago Red Stars in March 2013 in the first trade in NWSL history. In that trade, Seattle received Winters along with Chicago's 4th round pick in the 2014 college draft. In return, Seattle sent Chicago its 1st round pick in the 2014 college draft, who turned out to be Julie Ertz, formerly known as Julie Johnston, as well as the rights to a U.S. allocated player slot, who ended up being Kristen Press.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Shout out Steve Vogt. He came up with this question, and I thought it was a great one for this week.
We had 2. I don't know if there was anybody else on Bluesky that answered it, but we had 2 people get the Keelan Winters part that I know of. Sounder Navia. Sounder, right? That's how you say it? Scandinavia. No, it's like a Scandinavia thing. It's like a play on that.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look on Bluesky.
He added, well, you were supposed to post it there too.
I know, I forgot.
Social media sucks, I told you. So he posted the correct answer for Keelan. He didn't know the second part. K Weiss 95 on Instagram got it and got both parts of it. So
yep,
pretty cool. I don't.
Good job, everybody.
I was like, I don't have a prize for any of you, but other than the shout out on the podcast, which is so valuable.
So congrats on getting the first question correct, you two, and special shout out to KY's 95 for getting the extra credit.
All right, what's your trivia for next week?
The question for next week is Kim Little and Obafemi Martin set identical team records for goals in a season in 2014. How many goals did they each score?
Find out next week.
Find out next week. 2014 was a great year for
Seattle soccer
in Seattle.
Yeah, it was. I wish she was still here. Let's move on from that because
we're going long.
NWCell match week. We're gonna do quick recaps on what happened. Washington played Louisville 2-2 draw. Cantore.
This is the appropriate time for that voice. Banger from outside the box.
Yeah. What a way to debut, right? That was her debut, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't.
Well, no, it wasn't her debut. It might have been her home debut.
Okay. It was like they just got her this summer.
It was her first goal, though.
Okay. Yeah.
That she scored since she joined the team. There was a 2 deflection own goal. Yeah, that was crazy.
Louisville's getting lucky on those.
I know. They also got a soft PK call.
Good for them.
But then Kouassi in 90+10 ties the game.
Sweet. Although I would have preferred Louisville to win.
Yeah, for sure. I did try and look up what the latest regulation goal in NWCell history was, and what I could find yesterday was it was 90+10.
Okay.
So if Kouassi's goal is actually 90+10, it would tie.
Which hopefully that doesn't keep happening because these stoppage times are ridiculous.
I know. Utah played Angel City. At least we're not Utah. But they did tie Angel City 0-0. And Angel City hit the crossbar and the post, but otherwise this game was boring.
A Chicago win for Utah. The shit show at KC in Orlando, 0-0 draw, 3.5 hour heat delay. If anyone didn't tune into whatever the hell was going on there, living hell was going on there, super, super hot out. The league needs to get it together with what they are going to do when there's these kinds of conditions.
Who the frick thinks a midday game in August
in the Midwest
in Kansas City is a great idea? Not to mention our midday game, not last week, but the weekend before, where it was Portland hot,
which is turf.
Yeah,
which is worse to play on in the heat.
Absolutely.
I don't know why people were in an uproar about our game. Well, it did come out later that Harvey mentioned that some of our players had burns on their feet from fucking playing on that turf. We didn't mention this, but our good pal Jane burnt herself on her camera. She's like never had that happen, and she covers so many fucking sports teams. I
saw her yesterday before the game, and I was like, "Have you recovered?" And she said something like, "I don't know if I ever will."
Oh, poor Jane. That's so sad. And then at least one fan went to the hospital too due to heat-related stuff in KC. So get it together, NWCell. This is not okay. Schedule them either way earlier. Like you might have to do 11 a.m. kickoffs. I think you might. You just really might because it does only get hotter in Portland when it's like this.
The lesbians love a brunch. Make it a brunch game.
Yeah.
Have a drag brunch game.
Sure.
Well, in Kansas City, I don't know about that.
Portland can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So that was a 0-0 tie, and pretty expected after the players were just not expecting a 3.5 hour wait, and you're not really prepared. I don't know. It was bad. Then North Carolina played Portland, and kind of two identical, not super identical, but similar goals where the goalkeepers kind of parried a shot away, and it went to a player who scored. Anyway.
We love to split points, though.
Yeah. So a Chicago win for North Carolina. It's Portland. And Bay played San Diego. San Diego won 2-1. I did not watch the highlights of that game.
I did watch the highlights of the Gotham Houston game. Mostly one highlight so that I could feel better about losing Emily Sonnet.
Okay, but Gotham Fraud Watch is still active. Number one. Two, because Houston beat them 2-1.
Esther's carrying the team, but like she can only do so much. Anyways, Emily Sonnet with the worst own goal I've seen in many, many, many years for the NWCell made me feel a lot better about not having her on the team anymore.
Yeah, that was bad. Did you see Berger's face?
No.
After somebody took a screenshot of it, and like that is the last person I want to be mad at me.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Like between
German.
her and Marta, it's like really close.
Yeah.
But yeah, Emily Sonnet plays the ball back to Berger, but Berger is close to the near post where she should be playing the ball, because generally when you're playing the ball back to your goalkeeper, it should be not super on frame. Yeah. And there's just no communication. There was no shoulder check, no nothing.
Yeah.
Passes the ball into the goal.
I did see Emily Sonnet's reaction for sure.
Well, and then to Houston's credit and Michelle Alozzi's credit, she did score the game winner at 90+3.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna segue into our match preview because we're playing Houston next. Houston has in 3 matches in a row, they've scored a game-tying goal or winning goal in the 88th minute or later. That is something, given our recent history, we need to put a lid on it, make sure that doesn't fucking happen.
So the game is at Houston, in Houston, next Sunday, August 24th at 4 p.m. Is this on NWCell Plus?
Oh yeah, I didn't look that up. I am wondering if there's going to be any issues with weather there at all.
4 p.m. game?
Well, it'll be 6 p.m. there, right? Are they 2 hours ahead?
Oh, so it's 4 p.m. our time?
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. our time. It's on Paramount Plus. It's saying Amazon Prime Video. I feel like this doesn't seem accurate because it's showing Amazon, Paramount, and NWCell Plus.
So if you have a Paramount Plus subscription, I think it'll show up in your Amazon account. And so when you go to live sports, because this happened when I was streaming I was streaming some game and I went and watched it on Amazon, and it was like a Paramount Plus stream.
I'm trying to find it on the game notes. That'll be more clear. It does say NWCell Plus and Paramount Plus.
Cool.
So, okay. All right. So things we want to see in this game. What do you want?
I want a shutout.
Big ask these days.
Huge. Huge ask.
Who do you want to see starting if that's what you want? And like, what's the formation you do? Like in the back line?
Here's my hot take.
Okay.
From right to left, I guess.
Okay.
You go in a 5-back.
Mm-hmm.
Madison Curry. Well, you got Curry, obviously, I guess not especially from left to right, but Curry, McLaren, throw Mason in there.
Okay.
Get Bug back in.
Yeah.
Left side, Huerta. So right wing back is Madison Curry.
Okay.
Left wing back is Huerta.
Okay.
And then middle, McLaren. Outside of McLaren, you've got Mason and Bug.
Okay. Why not? And then the defense did used to be good. It was something we were good at. We couldn't score, but we were at least doing the number one priority you should have when you're playing soccer, which is don't let a bunch of goals in.
Yeah.
A 3-goal, like if you score 3 goals, that should be enough for a win. And somehow that didn't work out. What I want to see is our deep offense contribute on the score sheet. I said, AKA, when will we see Coco, Lynn, or me official create something meaningful? I don't care if it's one of them starting out of these 3 players that I'm pointing out. Just, I don't know, something needs to happen with them.
Yeah, they're kind of like sitting, it feels like unused potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't kind of know. I don't see the vision with how you get them to be impactful here with how they're currently being played.
Last thing I don't want to implode again. Thank you. Please don't.
Yeah.
4 fucking goals against Portland, 3 goals against Chicago. This is by all means a defensive disaster. So figure it out, please. Go watch film. Go reflect on yourself. Go meditate. If you need to go get a little treat for yourself to feel better about what went wrong, I don't care. But this can't keep happening.
No, it can't.
If they are serious about their desires to get to the playoffs, yeah, they got to figure this out quickly.
Go out there next weekend and play like a playoff team.
Thank you. All right. That's going to do it, I think, for this episode. You got any shout outs for the week?
Nope.
Okay. I don't either. My stomach's growling because I need to eat dinner.
Okay.
So thanks again to our sponsor, The Doctor's Office. And you can go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram. We'll probably have the trivias up, at least on one of those. Hopefully both someday. At Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email. We love an email. thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can visit our main website, sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild.
Subscribe there. And we're on YouTube. Most occasional episodes are on there in video format for you to go see us. youtube.com/@thecoolerguild. Please go rate 5 stars wherever you're listening. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Yeehaw.
It was a fucking draw yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
My dogs are barking. Okay.
Take your shoes off.
My shoes? What?
Your dogs
My
are
dogs
barking?
are. Not this again. All right. Ian's quite the comedian today, I think. It's the least we can do to cope